All right. Hello, everybody. Hope all of you are having a good day. I wish I could be saying the same about myself, but you know what? It's fine. We are just gonna chill. We're gonna vibe, and yeah, we're just gonna see how it goes. I just want to be a Bulwark. The class can be random. I don't mind that, but I wanted to pick Bulwark. So we're just gonna if it'll pick it, please. I might be here a while. Oh, that's close. Almost people work. Come on. I seriously, I need to unlock these classes already because I'm actually running out of things that I haven't played as yet, and that means I probably might take a a big break. Why is it not picking Bulwark ever? Okay, one more time. All right, it's you know what. We're just gonna go higher Bulwark. There we go. No, actually, let's really think about this. Okay. Mm, boost the speed. Okay. Actually, the Thalor might be good for this. Okay, let's do that. And we're naming it Gurkter. Yeah, let's do it. Just making sure OBS is even recording the damn thing. Okay, good. Okay, I can't lie. I was not paying attention to the classes. What classes it's good at, but I'll assume it's strength and dexterity. We need to focus on those anyways, so that's fine. Okay. Should probably just cover all the ground while we can. Mm, okay, I like the sound of that. Alright, let's start it. Yeah, it's been a bit. I have not played this in like a week and a half, which admittedly is shorter than usual. Sometimes I don't play this for like a month or two. Yeah. Just basically, if I sound a little it's not because of the game. I would not be recording it right now if I wasn't enjoying it. I'm just a bunch of real life stuff. I'm just tired. I have to do a lot of things all the time, and sometimes I feel like no matter what I do, there's always a problem. And at some point, it just gets really infuriating. Like it becomes agonizingly painful that it just becomes ridiculous, and I don't know what to do sometimes. Uh, yeah. Alright, I think my OBS is acting fine. I just hope it doesn't act wonky. But yeah, man, just I think I just need a break. It's a good thing. I'm recording this on a Thursday, just FYI. I'll probably upload it on a different day of the week. But yeah, I just could really go for a break, maybe a vacation. I still want to make videos because I enjoy doing it. I currently have 12 videos scheduled, so if that doesn't say that I enjoy doing this, I don't know what will. And as I said, I'm working on a super video. If you saw my Grim Dawn video, one of my Grim Dawn videos before this one, I'm working on a really big video, and I'm very excited to get to that already. Let's do. Where's my technique for the I just realized, where is it? Yeah, this is block, yeah. Is it not on the tree? It does not look like it's on the tree. Well, uh, I think... Yeah, let's try this one. Hmm, when using daggers. Am I using a dagger right now? I don't think I am, but I just want to check just to make sure. This is a long sword. That's not a dagger. I do have a dagger though, but it has less power. It has more things. You know what? We're gonna do something very stupid, okay? We're gonna do something. This is not a smart idea. Actually, wait. This seems to be genuinely just better. Okay. Then I suppose for the time being we could put it in here. But yeah, it's like I just sometimes I have people have high expectations of me, and I feel like I can't always meet them all the time, and I feel like some people just do not understand this in the slightest. Oh wait, that's a sustain. Hold on. Okay, I'll keep that on then. And you know, you can't really talk back to them either. Because it won't help anything. They won't understand you. They'll just feel like you're being ungrateful, and it's like if that's how you want to view it, fine. Like it's not true in the slightest. I feel my me being frustrated is warranted, but some people in my life they just don't understand. I'm sorry. The third expansion. I have this. I have this DLC. Yeah, something in my inventory. It which rise. Oh my god, that's the first legendary I've ever gotten in my game. You must wear this object to use it. Alright, let's wear it. Yeah, we love... Each time you are afflicted with a detrimental effect, you instinctively squish the tentacle a little, powering it up when at full charge. You can activate the tentacle, which releases internal fluids all over you. You're halving the remaining duration of... The text is really hard to read in this setting, I'm sorry. I don't know if that's on my end or just, I'm unfortunately in a brightly lit area, so it was very hard to read that, but it's fine. But yeah, maybe I'm just overreacting, but, you know, I have my limits. There's only so much I can take sometimes, and I wish some people would understand that because I have problems too. I'm human too, I have a life as well. I can't advocate and adhere to every single person that I meet because that is just not a reasonable thing to expect out of anyone, frankly. And I just really wish more some people I know and are close with would understand this. By the way, I'm not trying to, antagonize or villainize everyone else. I just think I have problems. Of course, everyone has problems. I think this is a problem they have too. And I just want them to. It's probably pathetic that I'm ranting in public where many people can watch this about this, but that's why I'm not clarifying at all who I'm referring to. Because frankly, I don't, the I don't know how to explain it, but I need to get this out somewhere. And I literally do not know where else I can. I feel like so far, as of the current point in time in my life, this is the only way I can communicate this. And I'm not trying to antagonize anyone. They are not the bad guy or the villain. It's just there's a misunderstanding. They probably don't realize what they're doing, and I just wish I had the guts to tell them. I don't appreciate that this is what they're doing. I don't appreciate that they're doing this without it tarnishing our reputation, Because I feel it's a very, very thin line of ice. Where if I go a little too far, it can be taken as me being ungrateful and unruly and all that, which again I don't want that to be what they interpret me as. I just want to let them know that I'm overall appreciative of what they do for me, and those people being there for me. But sometimes I feel like some of the things they do hurt me, and I don't think they realize this. some of the things they say, some of the things they do, it hurts me. And the fact that I cannot bring it in me to say that to them, to just admit it, I feel it's kind of killing me on the inside. I can't lie. It's like it's very painful. Because it sucks. It sucks. It should not be hard or scary to do this, but it is. And I hate feeling like this. It's one of the worst feelings in the world. Because again, if I hated these people, I would not have them in my life ever. Like if someone actually, if like there's a difference between someone who I'm overall close with and good making a mistake versus someone who either betrayed me or I hate them. I think there's a difference between that. And these people are people I really like. So it hurts when I feel that I'm just trying to be myself. I'm just trying to do what I can, and for some reason that's a problem for them. And I don't know what to do about it. So I'm doing the rational thing and talking about it in YouTube where hundreds of people can watch this. So yeah, I don't know. I'm sorry if I'm being randomly somber. It's just, first of all, I finally have something to talk about that's not just what I'm doing in the game. And secondly, it's just, I need to get it off my chest. I'm very upset. I'm very frustrated. And I feel like murdering all these monsters is gonna really help me. So it's gonna help me calm down. It's gonna help me, rationalize my thoughts. Maybe I just need a break. I think that's the main thing. I think I just need a break. So I feel like this game is nice for that. It's especially in the early game where it's actually chill and it's the scariest thing in the world where I have to like clench my butthole. So that's all. That's always nice. Uh, yeah, I guess we could do that. I don't know. Again, I'm just messing around because I've not played this character in a while. But this is one of the characters. This is one of the classes I'm decent with, at least compared to most of the other classes. Oops, build street trunk, but that's two-handed, which would not be ideal for us. But yeah, I think that's really it. Sorry about all that mumbo jumbo. Again, just clarify one more time. I don't hate any of these people I'm referring to. I don't hate them in the slightest. In fact, I really love them. So that's why it feels, that's why I feel this way. I'm doing my best. They're doing their best. I don't want to make a problem unless if I see there's an unless if I see that they're doing something that warrants it, and I feel I did not do anything that would warrant that. I was just being myself. I was just trying to be there, and I felt that wasn't enough for some people. So that hurts, man. That just hurts. It's hurtful. It's upsetting, especially when it's someone you really like and you feel you do a lot for them, and then they don't reciprocate the same efforts as you did, or they're just like hurtful towards you with or without realizing. Like that stuff hurts. That is not healthy. And thankfully, the people I have now in my life are much better. Because when I was, like in my late teen years, like and very early, like adult years, I had a lot of problematic people in my life. I had a lot of toxic people who really hurt me, who really gave me trauma, and who really upset me. Thankfully, I'm in much better state than that. It's just maybe I also have high expectations of these people because they've been so good to me for a lot of my life that they're in. So I don't know. I want to not be able to worry. I know it's probably unrealistic and it's probably not gonna happen because everyone is flawed. I'm not even gonna try to hide that. Every single human being on this planet is flawed in some way, myself included. I am a very problematic and flawed individual, and I fully acknowledge that. And I want to, do something about it. I want to be better. I already go to the gym actively. That's a good thing. That's like a real. I feel like that's been helping me a lot, actually. But I also want to do therapy. I also want to like, I just want to release a lot of the emotions I bottled up because it's just not good to bottle it up in the slightest. It's very it just hurts you more. I remember, especially when I was younger, I tried so hard to hide it for so long. But it's no, that's like that's just gonna make things much worse. You're gonna be much more upset. You're gonna be much more stressed. And the last thing I need is to be more stressed because I'm already stressed, man. Especially when I have to worry about stuff happening in the real world because there's a lot of things happening in the real world and a decent amount of it directly affects me. So that's not fun. That's not fun. I accidentally switched my weapon. That's my bad. That's not fun. It's scary. It's scary knowing that at any moment I could just lose people that are dear to me because of something that's out of my control. And I hate feeling like this. But it sucks. I'm sure like realistically, I'm sure, those people will be fine. Admits what's happening, but it's scary. And I'm just gonna clarify real quick what I'm talking about. I used to be in Dubai. And there's the whole thing with Iran right now and that, I'm not gonna clarify much more than that, but some people are still in Dubai that I'm very close with. My relatives, some of my uncles, aunts, cousins. Like they could all, they could all, you never know. One day or the next they might be gone, and I would never know. And that's very horrifying to think about. I hate thinking of like that, but it's a very real possibility that I have to live in, and that sucks because I don't feel like anyone should have to live being afraid that they might lose someone dear to them like this. This like I feel like this is I get it. This is life. I know, but it shouldn't have to be like this. But unfortunately, because of circumstances, it is, and it's something I have to accept. I think I've mostly come to terms with it, but it's still very stressful and horrifying to think about. Like I don't know how else to explain it, but I just hope they'll be okay. I just hope those people get to live long, happy lives. That would be very nice for a change. And yeah. All right. I think that's it. I think that's all I needed to get out of my chest. Thank you all. If any of you are still watching up to this point, thank you for listening. Uh I really didn't want to start on a sour note, but what the fuck just happened to me? Yeah, I guess I got stunned. It's fine. I don't know what happened, but yeah, I should probably read the chat, the in-game, the thing on the bottom left better. But yeah, that's all I really wanted to say. I'm sorry, that was a lot of information, a lot of things. I'm very sorry about that, but it was bottling up for a while, so I felt it was fine. I felt I just wanted to get it off here, and I feel this is the one of the only spaces that I feel I can comfortably do that. So. For those of you who made it all the way here and listened to all of that, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. I'm very sorry that you had to put up with that, but this will not be a common occurrence. Don't worry. I'm not going. I don't see myself doing this actively on the channel. I think it was just a lot of things were building up and it led to this. So yeah, it should not happen again unless if you guys would like to see more of that, which I don't see why you guys would like to see me being, talking about upsetting and serious topics. Because usually I try to be, more jovial and humorous. Because I try to avoid talking about things like that, or reminding people. But like it's getting to the point where I feel like I cannot keep up that facade all the time. I can most of the time I think my content will still be the same as it is, but things keep getting worse. So, it's getting harder. It's getting harder. That's all I'm gonna say. But I'm glad that I can have this opportunity to still just play and that I have this space where I can just talk. And if you guys happen to like that I can just talk about anything, that's even better. That would make me really happy. But obviously, if you guys would rather I don't do that, that's fine too. I don't want to do anything that you guys would not want me to do because even though this is my channel and ultimately I want to, ultimately I feel it's just about oh fuck doing what the audience I gain wants, what you the viewer want. Anyways, I swear that's the last of it. I'm not gonna bring up any more serious things. Uh, yeah, I just hope this NPC doesn't die. I always get very nervous during these escorts. Where are you going? Oh dear lord, this is bad. I don't know where you went. Why did you leave? I'm frustrated with everything. I felt when's a better time than now? So let me know what you guys think about this. I know this won't be for everyone, and if you guys don't like this style, why am I saying like style? No, I felt like I had to do this. But if you guys did not like that, this is a one-time thing. I promise. Because again, I don't want to be depressing and realistic all the time. I don't like when I watch YouTube videos. I usually watch people who are who make funny bits or like are inherently like funny people because I need to laugh in my life. I love laughing. It helps me to forget about the things that are happening in the world. It's a very underrated thing, laughter. It's very like I always forget about it and but it's such an important aspect to being happy, I feel. Like if I'm upset, first I'm gonna let it all out like I did just now. And then maybe I'll watch something that makes me laugh usually or something I feel will get me a good laugh. And I feel that helps a lot, so yeah. Anyways, enough being sad for real, I promise, that's it. Now let's be funny and stupid. Tales of Maj'Eyal. I'm being surrounded by trolls. This is not a good look for me. Because there's like 3 trolls. I'm actually doing fairly well. I'm not gonna get cocky though, because last time I got cocky, the horror thing killed me as the berserker. So, yep, we're not Doing fine so far. I don't get excited until we're like in tier two. Tier two, if I make it to tier two, then by my standards for how I've been playing the game so far, that's usually pretty good. So yeah, I just need to keep remembering if there's a really strong enemy, do not fight them. This is probably the number one cause of me losing. That's probably the only cause of me losing my runs. I kill all the normal enemies perfectly fine because you know they're easy and stuff, and then there's the one super duper strong one that I clearly just will not be able to beat, and then I still try to beat it, and then I lose. This happens all the time, and I never learn. I need to learn that this does not work. It doesn't work, dude. At the very least, come back when you're much better geared. Like, still try to do the area if you need to do it, but it's okay to run. It's okay to be a coward in this game. It's better to be a coward than to be a rotting flesh in the midst of a forest with no one to remember you whatsoever. And you die too. Thank you. Go away, you stupid bastard. Uh, yeah, man. This is going pretty good. I can't lie. It's going pretty nice. Yeah, I was surprised when I made the poll for like how you guys want to see these videos go on about. I was surprised you guys wanted to see multiple parts or shorter videos instead of just one big video being the whole run. I mean, I guess it makes sense. You know, not all of you have. I'm assuming, you know, this is an assumption I'm making. I'm assuming not everyone has all the time to watch all of that. You know, so it makes sense. But I was still surprised. And also, it actually works well for me because again, I have a minuscule attention span. So I feel it would actually be more ideal if I just do it in multiple short videos instead. I think the only thing I'm trying to figure out now is how to make it very clear that you know this is like a mini series. So this is the Bulwark mini series. The Berserker one is already ended, so I just want to figure out how to make it clear that you know these are all like mini series instead of like one-offs. Unless if I die in the first part, which then they're one-offs. Yeah, man. Just get rid of Snake. Alright, and let's do Troll. Let's do the last level. Then after this, I will wrap it up. I will probably just, you know, get some rest, you know, get some help if I can. Just Nice. All right, one more. Don't get cocky. There we go. That's it. All right, I'll wrap it up there. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Phantom out.